Hello, boxing fans around the world. Thank you for joining me once again here on Talk and Fight for another episode of Boxing News Today. Let's go through some of the headlines. And before we do that, we will go through a few of the upcoming fights, courtesy of our own talkandfight.com site. Friday, 16th of December, big heavyweight clash taking place in the province of Quebec. Makhmudov versus Wallish. Yeah, heavyweight. Did I say heavyweight? Heavyweight clash taking place in Shawinigan. 10-rounder. The next night, you're going to see a lightweight battle between Martin and Rivera. On the undercard, a super middleweight fight between Uzcategui versus Shiskin and Astrolabio versus Potapov in a bantamweight clash. Over in England, on that same night, Billum Smith is going up against Hosha. Cruiserweight fight. That's at the Sky Sports Arena. And on the undercard, Aziz versus Fielding, which we've discussed before. Other fights taking place. Got one on New Year's Eve. Ioka versus Franco. The WBA World Super Flyweight Championship. And the WBO World Junior Bantamweight Championship taking place in Tokyo, Japan. New Year's Eve. There you go. A week later, Friday, January 6th, you're going to see Valadares take on Chicago. In Osaka, Japan, in a IBF World Minimum Weight Championship, and also Taniguchi and Jerusalem on the undercard in another minimum weight championship. And then, of course, a big one coming up that we're all looking forward to, Saturday, January 7th. You're going to see Davis and Garcia go toe-to-toe finally, something we've all been looking forward to. That'll take place in Washington and also be shown on Showtime, pay-per-view. On the undercard, you got Ernest and Chukhazan, Andrade versus Nicholson, and Ellis versus Villa. Right on. Another Canadian battle coming up actually on Friday, January 13th. Clavel versus Plata. Good all-women clash there in junior flyweight division. Let's move along to the headlines of the day, where the first ever, the inaugural IBA Champions Night took place. And with a total prize fund of over $400,000 at stake, 8 fights took place at the Conrad Abu Dhabi Etihad Towers. The winners got a prestigious belt and a $30,000 US check, while runners-up received $20,000. Boxers fought at the IBA Champions Night in a pro format, 5 rounds of 3 minutes for the men, 5 rounds of 2 minutes for the women. And the women were performing without headguards, which we reported on last week. And the men were fighting without shirts. There's a lot. Let's go through it. In an opening bout, 63.5 kilogram, Sofiane Orhumia from France, beat his opponent from Armenia, Karan Toknakanyan. Wow. Currently professionals with 3-0 boxing records, who both showed top-class performances. And does it say? Oh, yes. Umunya from France won unanimously. Reece Lynch from Scotland celebrated a second victory over the UAE boxer Amir Hussain Ali Saeed with a unanimous decision. Jordanian Zaid Ishaz delivered a sensational victory, beating Cuban 2-time Olympic champion Roniel Iglesias unanimously. In a women's fight in the 57 kilogram category, Irma Testa took the belt, winning. Doesn't say winning by what. Winning by beating Karina Ibragimova from Kazakhstan. Good stuff. Defending IBA world champion, Yoanfis Hernandez Martinez from Cuba overcame and beat Said Jaravov from Uzbekistan in a split decision. Muslim Gadhim Magomedov from Russia defeated Emmanuel Reyes Pla from Spain in a spectacular 92-kilogram fight. In the super heavyweight fight between two professional boxers, the only 7-round bout, Ruslan Farfar from Russia beat Kevin Johnson from the USA by unanimous decision. That main event in the super heavyweight was anticipated as world and Olympic champion, currently pro boxer Bahadir Jalolov was challenged by Bahrain's Olympian Denis Latipov. Heavy punches from Jalolov brought him another unanimous professional decision. Wow, good for him. Alrighty, let's move along to Fire Fist's news. Their fighters, Falcão and Coyle, retain their NABA titles. Super middleweight, Yamaguchi, the problem Falcão, and middleweight, Connor the Kid Coyle, successfully defended their NABA championships with impressive stoppage victories that took place on Sunday, December 11th at the Caribe Royale in Orlando. That was the card promoted by Box Lab Promotions, and Fire Fist Boxing Promotions are both promoting both fighters, Falcão and Coyle, just mentioned. It was all fighting... they were all fighting They were fighting as part of the annual WBA KO Drugs card. Falcão faced Ernest Amuzu to open a televised triple header on CBS Sports. Falcão, a native of Brazil who resides in Florida, fought aggressively from the opening bell. The 34-year-old southpaw tagged Amuzu with crisp combinations and scored a knockdown towards the end of the second round. Amuzu tried to work behind his jab and a high guard, but was mostly unsuccessful. The WBC's eighth-rated contender, Falcão continued to dictate the fight with an impressive offensive arsenal and scored a second breakdown with a body shot in round number 7. Amuzu made it to his feet, but was unable to continue. Residing in Derry, Northern Ireland, and training out of Pinellas Park, Florida, Coyle battled veteran Sladan Janjanian out of Bosnia. Coyle found a home early and often for jabs and body shots. Janjanian tried to throw off Coyle by clowning around and waving him in, but did not succeed. Round after round, Coyle consistently peppered Janjanian with clean shots, forcing him to take a knee in the 7th round. A knockout appeared imminent, by the way, but Janjanian survived the round. Before the start of the 8th, Janjanian's corner notified the referee that their fighter was unable to continue. We have a quote here from promoter Jody Calagier of Fire Fist Promotions. He says, Yama and Connor both impressed last night on the WBA KO Drugs card. It's well known throughout the sport that Yama has been ready for any top fighter. We've received some promising calls the last few days, and we believe we'll finally get the opportunity Yama's been waiting for the last 5+ years. Connor deserves credit as well for remaining calm against an experienced veteran who tried time and time again to throw him off. But he laid a beating on Janjanian and is ready to step up for a big fight in 2023. Laid a beating. Wow. All righty. Back to some news regarding BLK Prime. They've got another fight coming up, and this is a dandy. This past Saturday, BLK Prime announced that former 4-division world champion Adrien Broner will be returning to the ring to face Ivan Redkach in a highly anticipated welterweight matchup. The scheduled 10-round bout is now promoted by Christy Promotions, slated for February. And an actual fight date and location will be announced shortly. Broner, known for his flashy style and impressive power, in his last outing scored a unanimous decision victory over Giovanni Santiago, and that was back in November of 2020. That was his last fight, and the last fight before that was a unanimous decision loss to Manny Pacquiao in 2019. Broner is eager to show the world he still has what it takes to become a world champion again. Redkach, for his part, is a Ukrainian-born boxer who now fights out of Los Angeles, and he's been in the ring with some of the best fighters in the welterweight division, including Regis Prograis, Devon Alexander, and Danny Garcia. Broner is a great fighter, said Redkach, but I believe I have the power and determination to beat him. This is my opportunity to show the world that I'm still a dangerous fighter. I know I have what it takes to defeat Broner. Christy Promotions, as I said, will be the lead promoter for Broner versus Redkach. Once again, showing the diversity BLK Prime is showing the world by having a woman lead their event. Martin, a former world champion and Hall of Fame boxer, is a member of the LGBTQ community. BLK Prime is a platform dedicated to bringing all communities together. Said Martin, I have a passion for the sport of boxing, and my commitment to provide opportunities for both women and men is at the forefront of my vision. BLK Prime has shown tremendous support to me, and I'm excited to be the head promoter for this event. The plan is to have some very talented female fighters on the card as well. In a battle of former world champions Mickey Bay, 23-3-1 by the way, and Tevin Farmer, 35-1, will square off in a highly anticipated lightweight matchup on the undercard. And there you have it, my friends. That's all the boxing news we have for you today. Thank you for joining me once again here on Talk and Fight. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we'll see you at 4 p.m. for Knuckle Up with Mike Orr and Cedric Ben.